The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Green Bay Packers. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Lambeau. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cougar 19. 60 Vikings. 19 Lions.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
19. Go.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 12.
Again, it's Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
19. Go.
Play fake. Brissett. Touchdown, Packers. Mike Evans with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43.
Packer 60. Packer 60. 19. High there.
Now back to throw. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there. And that'll bring up second down. You look at this Packers defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes it.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers. Mustang 19. 60 ball catch. Just go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Justin Simmons firing all the way in from his safety position.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ladd McConkey, 34 yards. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Brissett. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
That went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manrique. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll get this out to Tootin. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Get it. Bronco 80. Ready.
Tootin will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Piñeiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Ravens 14, Packers 7. Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On play action, Brissett. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. The Packers at 10-5 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now 2nd and 3. To throw is Brissett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, Luck. Touchdown, Packers. Jacoby Myers, 39 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after one. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Top 50, top 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Back to throw here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Second and 10.
18 Cardinal. Panther 60.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
On the jump.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lad McConkey, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Piniero's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. That's caught by Myers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Brissett. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
A 53-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
18 Randall.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Drops it underneath for Tootin. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. 2nd down and 8.
Come 19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Cougar 19. Mustang 19. Warriors Dragon 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught by Hunter. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That's another.
Come on.
Baltimore first down.
70 Timberwolves.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba, his 21st touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Hey, check. Go.
Brissett sets to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Will McDonald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Oh, that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Bronco 80. Bronco.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Play action now. Brissett airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Brissett. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the Packers.
Here's Brissett. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Brissett.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Hey, kill. Go.
Now Brissett. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Packers 24.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Now this one finds McConkey.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
A gain of 19 yards.
19 tight. 19 tight.
On play action, they'll throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for illegal touching.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
Short throw to Smith. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Go.
They'll try and run the option. Our first carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin.
And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together.
19. Go.
Play fake. Brissett.
To the right side and intercepted.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a...
And all the way in for a
touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 44 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Packers 24. Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
19, go.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Packers.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Go.
Up the middle with Barkley. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Packers, first down.
They'll go to Barkley again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Brissett now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
19 right, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 18 right here. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll look to throw again. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Over the middle to Smith. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
70 Rangers.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Back to throw again. Working the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger. Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Packers come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Baltimore, they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.
Set up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready. Set. Viking, 18. Ready. Here we go. Shot. Ready, ready. Let's go. Ready, ready. Come on, come on. Ready, ready, go. Set, let go. Set, ready. Let's go now. Hup. Ready, ready. Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolf. Set up. Ready. Set. Ready, ready. Down. Set up. Here we go. Shot. Go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, come on. Set. Hup.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou Lady. What's that? Yellow. What's that? Fire down these two. Fire down these two. What's that? Wait. What's that? Yellow. What's that? Yellow. What's that? Wait. What's that? Yellow. What's that? Yellow. Let's go, Lady. What's that? Yellow. What's that? Yellow. What's that? Yellow. What's that? I down these two. What's that? What's that? Wait. What's that? Yellow. What's that? What's that? Yellow. What's that? What's that? Let's go, little lady! Right side! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Fight on these two! Fight on these two! Right side! Wide right! Right side! Yellow! Yellow! Right side! Yellow! Let's go, little lady! Right side! Wide right! Right side! Let's go, little lady! Right side! Yellow! Wide right side! Yellow! Let's go, little lady! Right side! Yellow! Side! Yellow! Right side! Fight on these two! Fight on these two! Right side! Wide right! Right side! Let's go, wide 80! Right side! Yellow! Yellow! Right side! Wide right! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Right side! Yellow! There's a wide right! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Yellow! Right side! Fight on these two! Fight on these two! Right side! Wide right! Right side! Yellow! Yellow! Right side! Yellow! Yellow! Right side! Wide right! Right side! Right side!
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Vikings of Melbourne taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Room to maneuver at the 35. And down to the 27-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Now, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Genty. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way to the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Faking the give. Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Abdul Carter. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Walker. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. He'll try and do this himself. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's Ryan Rico now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 31 after the 15-yard return.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
You don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Walker. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Walker with another carry. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. And his throw is incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Darnold now to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Marquise Brown, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And just shutting him off there.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the deep...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Nicky Manwari.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Darnold from the gun. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the third time. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The drive will begin with a run by Genty.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
From the 43, here's second down at the yard. They'll go again with Genty. Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Ashton Genty hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Here's Darnold. Got him in. It's Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Walker. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked it off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Mahomes going to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Melbourne first down.
Hey, 15.
Now Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
First down. A gain of 29 yards.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mahomes now to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Warren. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
8-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action. It's Darnold. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now it's Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Jefferson moving in motion left. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Darnold. He'll try and do this himself. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now here's Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll throw now on the final play. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking now, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And Walker has it. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort. Turn it into a successful play.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Ready?
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this
this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
Melbourne. First down. A gain of 30. First down, Vikings.
Now it's Mahomes again. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
79.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He'll try and do this himself. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
That's good.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3rd down and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here we go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Warriors 70.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
Picked up by Nicky Manwari.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
18, 2,
and 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 2nd and 6.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This likely a must-have 3rd and goal.
It's a quarterback quarterback sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game.
Seahawks 15.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Now Mahomes. He'll try and do this himself. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Melbourne 1st down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks 45-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And the Vikings look like a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And they're going to get get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Now a run here off the RPO, and he'll keep it. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day.
And my goodness, another interception. And a great return as he gets this all the way.